Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Bulls are really hitting their stride. Look, I know they have a winning streak going, but more importantly, they're starting to play at a very high level. The expectations are going to rise. They'll try to make sure their performance does the same. Thanks for joining us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
We're in Memphis, Tennessee, birthplace of the Blues. Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coke tastes, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. We'll see how this game plays out as they get ready for the opening kickoff. Thompson fields it at the 2. Whoa, he just took a licking. Well, from that first time they walked on campus as a recruit to their freshman season, and now here they are as seniors taking the field for the final time. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Wears it out to the right to the halfback. Tackle at the 23-yard line. The Tigers always have guys that are near the top statistically, and that's no exception today. We're really looking forward to watching this kid play. 2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on their own 23. They go to the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
He just never had a chance to get any running room. The defense was on him almost as soon as the ball was snapped.
They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. He's wrapped up for the sack.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That brings us 4th and 11.
Lester is waiting for the snap. He's tackled at the 46-yard line. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. Tackle made at the 17-yard line.
I'd go right back to him. He's got the skills to make things happen, and the defense might not be able to keep up at this moment.
So the big gain resulting from the pass play leaves us with a 1st and 10. Quick strike, and he drops it.
Here's a case of a quarterback so eager to make a play that he failed to see the danger of that attempt and nearly gave the ball away.
Makes the catch, and look out. What a play, and that is 1st and goal.
Well, that'll happen when you blitz the corner and the offense picks up the blitz. It's one less guy the quarterback has to worry about in coverage. Nice read by the quarterback to keep the drive going.
1st and goal from the 3. Let's see if they can muscle this one in. And the goal line defense digging in here. They'll bring him down around the 1-yard line. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3.
That brings him second and goal.
And it pays off. Touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
Let's take a look at scores around the country. The midshipmen strike through the air, getting into the end zone for a touchdown.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. The Bulls wide receiver had to leave the game earlier with that injury, and the word we're getting now, unlikely to see any further action in this one. Thompson from the 2, tackled at the 24. The Bulls are right where they want to be early in this one, partner.
Well, this is what their coach talked about, getting off to a great start. The defense did their job, and it's nice to see the offense move the ball down the field and also get some points on the board.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. And they make the stop at the 22-yard line.
Call it a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up second and 12.
Second down, about 12 yards to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. He's to the 40. And he tackles him hard at the 46.
Maybe after a nice run like that, you try to go up in the air with a play-action pass.
First and 10. Ball on their own 46. Harris gets a ball left side. He's taken down around the 36-yard line.
Good solid running right there. Getting past the defensive lineman and into the secondary before he could be stopped.
From the 36-yard line. First down. And he throws it away.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away out of bounds.
Pitches back. And he's taken down at about the 37-yard line.
Well, these days, you've got safeties playing up close to the line of scrimmage, almost like a fourth linebacker. The only way that you can keep them from cheating up is to take some chances downfield.
Third down now, and they need to get it to the 26. The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Gets to that quickly, and he hits him hard at the 22.
This passing game can be very effective if you don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. They use their personnel well and can be very tough to defend.
They They go with the run, and he's taken down behind the line. Just nowhere for the ball carrier to go as the linebacker met him in the backfield.
Boy, what great play recognition by this linebacker. He saw the run was coming, and he just shot through the gap and made a great tackle.
2nd and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 24-yard line. And down he goes around the 19-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. And they get nice yardage on that run. This is the 10th play of this drive. Hands it to the back. They'll drop him for a loss.
Well, the question now is, how will they respond after losing a couple on that run?
Bring up 2nd and 11.
From the 13-yard line. 2nd down. Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
False start, offense.
Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
Still second down.
Play action. Finds the tight end for a touchdown. How about the tight end? This guy can play some football.
You bet he can. He's such an all-around player. He's just as good at blocking as he is at catching the football.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. And he adds the extra point. An 11-play, 81-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points.
Brad, not only did they put points up on the board, but I think it's the way they did it. That could be demoralizing for a defense.
We're even at 7 in this one. He just drills this one. Six points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, then they might be able to force him into a mistake.
From their own 23-yard line, it's 2nd down. Quick pass, and he's right there to knock it away.
This quarterback has got to do a better job of looking off defenders and allow his covered receivers some room to improvise and get free.
Got a receiver, and he dropped it.
Nothing clicking there. Let's see if they can make a few adjustments before their next series.
Morton awaits the snap. It's a short kick. Thompson fields it at the 9. He's knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
That ball wasn't in the air very long, but it got a really good bounce to tack on some extra yards.
I don't think either team has a clear advantage so far. Let's see if they can make some plays and get a little separation. Brought down at at the 17. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Clipping. Offense.
Flipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. So first down once again, but a long ways to go after that penalty. Nice play fake. And he's tackled around the 37-yard line. From their own 37-yard line. First down. He's tackled around the 38-yard line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That makes it 2nd and 10.
We played 1 quarter. We get a tie game at 7-7. Set to resume action here in quarter number 2. Deadlocked after the first 15 minutes. Might have been some early movement up front.
False start. Offense.
Maybe he got the cadence wrong coming out of the huddle. The coaches have a low threshold for mistakes like that.
So it's 2nd down and 15 after the penalty. They go with a run. Gets to about the 34-yard line. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
1 yard. That brings up 3rd and 14.
Throws it in a hurry. Got an opening. To the 20. The 10. He's all the way. Touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. Tackle made at the 16. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Gets rid of it quickly. And it's picked off. It's the safety. To the 20. First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Memphis is up a score. Touchdown, Tigers. And the halfback took it in for the score.
Yep, he punched that in from a short distance. He had great blocking up front on that play.
And he hits the PAT. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. He's to the 10. And he's taken down at the 22-yard line. You know the offense will be looking to do better this time out.
The game is in danger of getting out of hand early. It's very, very important that they not only hang on to the football this drive, but they also need to get a score on the board as well.
Going deep, lays it out there, and it's caught. What a play, and that'll set up a 1st and goal. And the wideout gets a chance to show what he can do.
Oh, he sure does, and he doesn't disappoint either. Great athletic ability.
So after the big pass play, we have a 1st and goal. Quick strike to the receiver, touchdown. And for Ellison, he's coming very close to breaking the school record for career touchdown passes.
What an awesome field general he's been in his time here. Orchestrating all these scores comes so naturally to this guy.
And he converts the extra point. A quick 2-play, 79-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
You know, you always prepare your offense to think that we're going to have some success. These guys got to be coming over the sidelines after touchdown saying, man, I didn't expect it to be this easy.
He's to the 20. He gets out to about the 22-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Memphis is up 7. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. Tackle made around the 33-yard line.
Gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 33. They'll bring him down around the 35-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. 3rd down.
They come out in an empty backfield. Throws a bullet over the middle. Tackle around the 48-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 48. He's at the 40. To the 20. To the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A 6-play, 78-yard drive, and they come away with 7 points.
Boy, this offense right now is just being physical, really controlling the line of scrimmage, and it's opening up some nice big lanes for the running backs.
He's to the 10. He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 26-yard line. The offense was able to punch it in the end zone on that last drive. They'll come back out looking for more of the same.
You can bet this defense made some adjustments on the sideline, though. I don't know if they can stop the passing attack, but they need to at least be able to slow it down.
Looks over the middle, and it's picked off. And they make the stop at about the 35.
Brad, I'm going to put that one on the quarterback. I think he's forcing the issue out there. I understand you're down a couple scores and you're trying to get back into the game, but you can't get it all back at once. You've got to be patient, take your time, and methodically work yourselves back as a team back into this game.
Quick pass. He's taken down at the 23-yard line.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
From the 23-yard line, it's first down. Touchdown, Memphis! He makes the PAT. Looks like they're ready for the kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 10. Brought down at the 14. The offense will take the field, hoping for a better result than their last drive.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
Makes the grab and steps out right away. So a nice little pitch and catch there, and that'll give the offense a first down.
That was a very good-looking pass play to get more than enough yards to move the chains.
Tries to fit it in there, and it'll be intercepted. And he's taken down at about the 33-yard line. We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. And he makes it out to about the 31-yard line.
Gaining 2 yards. That makes it second and 8.
There's a strike complete. He's down.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. That makes it third and 3.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Makes it out to about the 10.
Maybe after a nice run like that, you try to go up in the air for the play-action pass.
Touchdown, Tigers. And he adds the extra point. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. He's to the 20. Steps out of bounds at the 23. Flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
That one will put the offense in a hole, and they'll try to get some of that back on this upcoming play. Their last drive ended with an interception. We're about to find out what the defense can do this time.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Fires out to his wideout. And down he goes at about the 23-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set. And the defense counters with their dime look. Brought down at the 34.
Bailey makes the tackle at the 34-yard line. 1st down.
The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Quick shot, the defender tips it away.
Brad, I think the quarterback here really forced the issue. I think he tried to squeeze that football into a really tight window, and he's very fortunate the safety didn't step in front of it and intercept that football.
From their own 34-yard line, 2nd down. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. Inside the 30. And he's tackled at the 27-yard line. Memphis with a big advantage. And he's level at the 31.
Brad, not only did they give up a sack here, but their quarterback just got hit and hit hard. If I'm an offensive coordinator, or especially an offensive line coach, I'm getting a hold of my offensive line, making sure these guys are on the same page, and they've got to take more pride in taking care of their quarterback than that play right there.
Defense looking for another sack here on this 2nd and 13 situation. It's recovered. They come out in a 5-wide set. He's tackled at about the 13.
The defense might need to make some changes to their coverage scheme because that was just too easy.
From the 13-yard line, 1st down. He gets to about the 5. Harris gains around 8 yards on the run. The Tigers use their 2nd timeout. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
False start. Offense.
Once you're set, you've got to stay that way. The slightest flinch is going to be enough to draw the flag.
From the 10-yard line, 2nd down.
Where's 52?
Fires quickly, and he's got his receiver for the touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. Lester ready to kick. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20. Across the 30. And he's finally brought down at the 47. And for Ellison, It's been one of those days he'd like to forget.
Well, we knew coming into this game that the quarterback was going to be facing one of the top defenses in the country. And this defense right now is getting the best of him.
They threw a pick the last time out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
The best way to move beyond a turnover is to score. And when you can start on the other team's half of the field, you're in really good shape to have a chance to do that.
That makes it first and goal.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Defense stacked in tight here.
Touchdown.
So the offense is going to go for 2. He's got the 2. Morton has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20, and he's tackled at the 27. These guys came up with a touchdown on their last drive, and they'll be hoping for another 6 on the board here.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together. And to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
And we finally come to the end of the first half, and this one's not even close. The Tigers with a huge lead. Very lopsided first 2 quarters. We'll hope for better as we head into the third. He really got a hold of that kick. I hope they show some fight here and try to stay competitive. If you're going to get blown out, you at least want to go down swinging. With a quick throw. It's intercepted. Loose football. And the ball-hawking safety scoops it out. So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. Memphis up by a big margin. They'll drop it for a loss.
The offense knows that the linebackers are cheating up a little bit on the run. If they can get some protection, they might want to open up a little bit of space for some passes underneath.
From their own 44-yard line, it's second down. Sheds a tackler. He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He lets it fly. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch.
This one will be interference, but who's it going to be called on?
Pass interference. Offense.
It'll be 3rd down again after that penalty.
Yeah, now they have more yards to pick up for the first down.
3rd down, and they need to get it inside the 44. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He fires left side. Inside the 30. Great concentration to pull it in. Tackle made right around the 14-yard line. throws it, and oh, he dropped it.
Rodgers on the intended receiver. That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line. Memphis in control. Tackled after a decent pickup.
Gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Check 3, check 3.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That makes it 1st and goal.
First down. And they'll bring it up 1st and goal inside the 5. On the pass, touchdown. And he hits the PAT. A 7-play, 54-yard drive. And the result, 7 points.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Not a whole lot's been working for them so far. They should just come out and play loose and easy because they've got nothing to lose.
I love the toughness here by this quarterback, sitting in until the last second, trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. He's got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit, but at least he has the awareness and a toughness to sit in that pocket.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25. Fires out to his receiver. Fumble, loose ball. He picks it up. They'll bring him down at the 38-yard line.
Covers the fumble.
And the booth is going to take a few looks at this to see whether or not the ball came out before he was down. They're going to review this fumble, and I've got to tell you, I think he was down before the ball popped loose.
I don't know about this one, Brad. They called it a fumble on the field, and they need indisputable video evidence to overturn this call.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after the review, they reverse the call on the field. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. 5 wide. Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
Reception. That's good for a gain of 11 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
In the shotgun and 5 wide outs.
Easy, 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 easy.
Throws it in a hurry.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They come out in an empty backfield.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
From the 44-yard line, it's 3rd down. Now he's scrambling. He's under some heat. Strike to his receiver, no good.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
This is kind of a surprising call right here by the coach. This is an obvious punting situation. Tackle at the 26-yard line.
First down.
Tight right, tight right. Four down, four down. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
He's wrapped up for the sack.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush, because sacks can be real drive killers.
It's the 9th play of the drive.
Check 59. Mike is
Well, as they take a look at that injury on the sideline, let's see what this backup can do at quarterback. And the safety with the interception.
They've just been outmatched and outplayed this entire game. That pass was thrown with very little confidence, and it was an easy interception for the defense.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 25. The Bulls quarterback down on the sideline after getting injured earlier. I don't think it looks like he's in that much pain, and I would bet that we're going to see him back in the game before the day's over. Completes it, but he can't shake the defense.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Memphis looking to build on this commanding lead here. Got it complete. He's out of bounds. From their own 39-yard line, it's 1st down. And they make the stop at the 36.
He was never able to get ahead of steam on that carry.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
Check Mike 99. Mike 99.
Oh, he had a shot at the pick.
That'll make it 3rd and 13.
From their own 36-yard line, 3rd down.
Run,
They bring him down.
As an offensive line, you've got to do a better job as a group at communicating. The defense brought pressure. And that time, they did not do a good job of picking up the linebackers. The linebacker was able to come up with a sack.
Myers back to return it. Brought down at the 45. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball. If you're in the negative in the turnover department, your chances of winning decrease exponentially.
And a huge touchdown play.
This guy just continues to impress me. Every time I watch this team play, he seems to come up with big plays.
Well, that had to be a miscue of some kind or a mental error by the defense. This wide receiver was just too open for there not to be some kind of mistake by the...
And he's in for 2. Morton gets set to kick this one away.
Thompson needs to return.
Thompson from the 2. Tackled at the 30-yard line. Flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. Memphis comes to the line in complete control in this game. And he is drilled at the 6. Boy, this defense really came to play today.
Well, they said before the game that they wanted to put a lot of pressure on this quarterback. They sure stuck to that plan.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. And he tackles him hard at the 8-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That brings us 3rd and 14.
They get to the quarterback, and now the ball is loose. And the offense picks it up, and they hit him in the backfield. Fourth and long here after the sack. The punter will line up deep in his own end zone. Meyer fields it at the 46. And they're going to bring this one all the way back. Touchdown! How about that play?
Credit to blocking here. They created a big enough lane for him to run through, and as they say, the rest is history.
So the offense will stay on the field and attempt the 2-point conversion. The short yardage defense here. He's in for the conversion. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Quantum back to return.
It's fielded at the 2. And down he goes at the 26.
The Bulls defense, I thought they looked lost in the first half, and it seems like they finally found their bearings here in the 3rd quarter.
I think they were confused in the first half, and I think they've made the right adjustments. And right now, boy, they're playing with an attitude, and I think they're really attacking this offense much better than the way they looked early in this game.
The last time this offense had the ball, it was 3 and out. Got the corner. Good outside run there. He gets 4, maybe 5 yards on the counter.
That brings him 2nd and 5.
One more quarter to play. The Tigers with an 18-point cushion. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. Wide receiver screen play. He's to the 40. He's at midfield. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown, Memphis! And he adds the extra point. Lester has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line.
The Bulls have just not been able to get that offense rolling at all today.
I think they're confused. I think it starts up front with the offensive line. They're not having the typical game that you'd expect to see from them as far as communication. I think it's affected the rest of the offense.
Early in the 4th quarter, and this one we know is over. It's an opportunity for some subs to play on one side and maybe to play for pride on the other.
Throws it deep. Oh, what an interception. Brought down at the 36-yard line. From the 36-yard line. First down, Memphis.
Looking to add to this big lead here.
going to be sacked for a loss.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
Oh, and almost picked off.
Error in the coverage. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
3rd down now, and they need to get it to the 26. And he's tackled at about the 45.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. 4th down.
The punter is going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. He'll take it from the 8, and he makes it out to about the 17-yard line.
You're always looking for the home run return, the big highlight. Didn't happen there, but he still got him a couple yards.
The quarterback comes back on the field, and I'm sure he's hoping to make up for that interception on the last drive.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive. Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 17. The defense has got some of their best pass defenders on the field. They set up in the dime to counter that 5 wide receiver set.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. 1st down.
Check 59, Mike.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Wants to go long and does. Incomplete.
Number 89 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 27. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He airs it out. Picked off by the senior. Here he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown. He splits the... the uprights with the extra point. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. They'll bring him down at the 16. So the offense will come back out onto the field, hoping for a little better result than that last pick 6.
This quarterback needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes.
And he's immediately tackled.
Gain of 37 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Easy, 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 easy. Here you go. Ready?
That's a great tackle at the 38.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're giving away free yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
from the 23-yard line. First down. And here's a quick throw. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Going for it all to the end zone. Well, they're not going to win it, but they're still playing hard out there. Kirk, that was a beautiful pass and a nice catch.
Well, this is one of those plays you just sit back and admire. The quarterback threw the ball perfectly, and again, the speed of the receiver is the difference in this play.
The coverage just couldn't keep up with him there. They'll go for 2 in this situation.
Here we go. Check 59. Mike is easy.
And they won't get the 2. With a 3-play, 73-yard drive, but they just get 6 points after failing to convert for 2. This is where you'd normally look for the onside kick. The coach must have something else in mind. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 25. Both teams are playing out the stretch here. You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injuries. Memphis comes to the line holding that commanding lead. Nice run, and he's brought down.
That brings him 2nd and 5.
From their own 30-yard line. 2nd down. They'll go ground. Has some daylight. He's to the 40. He's at midfield. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. And down he goes, the 20-yard line. From the 20-yard line, it's first down. They'll run it. He's tackled at the 11. The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. It's 2nd down now. They're just a few feet away from that first down marker. The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
False start, offense.
Just a mental lapse, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Still second down.
It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 16. He might have a chance. Tackle around the 1-yard line. They line up in the jumbo set. Touchdown, Tigers. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He makes the PAT. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He'll take it from the 2. He's to the 20. At the 30. And he's taken down at the 40. He made a good cut upfield, got a few blocks, and they were able to come up with a decent return. And as the defense comes back out, you can be sure they're thinking about that score they surrendered the last time around.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, and you can guarantee that he'll find the open man.
Once and all, going deep. No, incomplete.
The pass falls incomplete. Number 89, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. They'll bring him down at the 44-yard line. He's taken down at the 44.
No gain on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 44. And they make the stop right around the 36-yard line. It's third down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. A little over a minute in the game. Might have been some early movement up front.
False start, offense.
It'll be third down again after that penalty.
Yeah, now they have more yards
Still
to pick
third
up
down.
for the first down.
And they might be coming with a blitz here. And they'll run him again. Can't bring him down, and now he's got room. What a play. Knocked out of bounds, and that's going to be 1st and goal. Looking to capitalize on the big run. It's now 1st and goal. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. And there's another one. And he hits the PAT. Memphis ready to kick this one off. He's to the 20. Across the 30. Heading for the corner. Across midfield. And they push him out around the 44-yard line. Not a bad return.
55 yards.
Late in the fourth quarter, this game's not even close. It's a blowout. A lot of folks have already gone home. And Herbie, I think we're going to make our dinner reservation. He chucks it downfield. In and out of his hands.
Incomplete pass. Ford was the intended receiver on the play.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 44-yard line. We have less than a minute to go. And he's taken down at the 32.
Failing the tackle at the 32-yard line. That makes it first and 10.
Ready?
The pass falls incomplete. Number 89 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
It's second and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Well, as they take a look at that injury on the sideline, let's see what this backup can do at quarterback. Catches it, and he's punished.
Johnson for the tackle at the 25-yard line. That makes it
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Well, a nice stop there late in the fourth quarter, but it's a blowout and has been for most of the game. I think it's time for everybody to go home.
That makes it fourth and 9.
This one was never close today. The Tigers, 84. The Bulls, 44.
And the Bulls.
That brings this broadcast to a close. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler. We'll see you soon for another edition of NCAA Football 14.